water. Is that gonna work? Halfway here, I remembered that I forgot to repack my little pot. And then I thought, hey, my cup is an enamel cup. But the cup's not wide enough to sit on the pot stand part. You can see it here. It's kind of just balancing. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but we'll give it a go. Whoa. Spilled water, but I didn't spill any in the fuel cup. I wanted to talk about this guy, and this is the Fellow Prismo. This is the Fellow Prismo. It's supposed to kind of give you an espresso-like extraction using the Aeropress. However, it's different than a normal Aeropress. It's not quite espresso. It's not quite Aeropress. But I thought I would do this for you and show it to you. The thing that I like the best about the Prismo is not so much the espresso-ness, but it's the filter with the cap. Because the filter, the mesh filter, it has this built-in rubber gasket, and if you've Aeropressed and you use a metal filter, a lot of times you will get coffee coming out sort of the side of the Aeropress cap, but that doesn't happen with the oh crap, can't use my fingers for that. Let's see if we can get this to simmer. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna have my glove close just in case. But the best part is there's no, I call it blow by, and it doesn't do that because of that rubber gasket, which is great. So I'm gonna grind some coffee. So I use this as my daily actually, and I use my normal Aeropress recipe. I'm doing 14 grams of beans. I've already pre-weighed and stuck them in here so I don't have to worry about it. But 14 grams of beans, I go pretty fine-ish. The filter handles it, and then I just brew shorter. Normally I'm pretty good with it, but apparently not when it's cold. The Fellow filter makes regular Aeropress style coffee just fine. Okay, we're done. Awesome. Let's do this before I boil off all my water. So this is 14 grams. Obviously the water we can't quite measure, but if I get it almost all the way to the top, that's about 250 grams. Or 260, probably about 260 actually. So let's turn this off so that we don't, ooh, almost lost my water. I totally didn't start the timer, but usually by now that's probably 10 seconds, 20 seconds? I'm guessing 20 seconds. So I usually go for a 1 minute brew and a 30 to 40 second press, and we'll have to do it on this rock here. Okay, we're at 40 seconds on the clock, which probably means we are ready to go. You just plop that on there with the Fellow logo facing the Aeropress. Lock that in, and if you just flip it, it's gonna spray. They don't, you know, if you're doing the inversion method. So I always go like that first, and so it sprays. It'll spray into the into the cup. And at first, when I was using this, I was using a lot of pressure, and that tends to clog. And so, interestingly enough, if you use a little bit less pressure, it's easier to press, and it presses faster. So there we go, just like that. I use that every morning. When I started, I was pressing really hard, and so my filter has some ripples in it now. It hasn't fallen apart, and it seems to be working fine, so I'm not really worried about it, but it's not as pretty as it used to be. That's the Fellow Prismo. I really love it for the filter's really fine, which is great. Catches more of the fines. Let's have some here. But it's a fantastic Aeropress coffee. Cheers. We'll see you next time.